Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Repaid Careers. In this video, we're just going to see about the Agile terms and process. When we talk about Agile, there were so many key words and process involved in starting from the product backlog, and there will be something called sprint backlog, and product owner, team, scrum master, daily scrum. So it is very important to understand what those terminologies are meant and what is the key process steps which we need to follow when we are processing Agile. To start with, product owner. So product owner is basically a person, mostly customer of the project. So product owner is someone who actually decides how the products to look like. So he basically decides on the priority of the backlogs and what are all the features which need to be part of the products. And Scrum Master is the one who actually manages the entire Agile process, or basically we call it as Scrum. So he's the one who actually see whether the backlogs or the work which is being assigned to the developers or the team is carried out properly. Product backlog, as I mentioned earlier, product backlog is something which will be finalized by the product owner, who is basically the stakeholder. So in few cases, stakeholders will be the business, and product owner is the one who will be acting as a bridge between the business and the Scrum Master. So sprint planning meeting is basically done to do what all the items which need to be done for the next sprint. So basically, in the planning meeting, everyone gathers together and decides, okay, these are all the work which I will be doing or carrying out in the upcoming sprints. Sprint backlog, this is basically the work in the next sprint. So planning meeting is something which we decide on what need to be done. The output of the sprint planning meeting is basically called as the sprint backlog. Sprint, you might have wondered and keep repeating the word called sprint. So sprint is nothing but a period of 1 to 4 weeks time, where basically the developers do the portion of work which is assigned to be done for the 1 to 4 weeks of time. Daily Scrum, now we'll be seeing different meetings put together. Daily Scrum is something like a stand-up meeting where the developers just come gather together and discuss on what they want to do for today, and is there any obstacles or any support they need to perform the task for the day. Sprint review, basically the customer feedback meeting where we discuss on, okay, hey, see, this is the work I have done, and I would like to take a feedback from you. So it's basically customer feedback or review meeting. Sprint retrospective is something similar to the feedback meeting, but it's totally done internally. So here with customers, here with internal team. So during the retrospective meeting, team gathered together and discuss on what actually went right and what went wrong. So this basically gives a perspective on what they need to focus on for the upcoming sprint, what they need to adhere to and what they need to avoid to make the upcoming sprint successful. Finished work is the simple product increment which is done after the particular sprint. So let's say this is the sprint, and end of the sprint we have some portion of work done, right? So this is called as the finished work. So it's not the entire complete product, but just a portion of the complete product as a whole. So with all these put together, now we will see again the Agile process as a whole. Let's discuss in detail. So product backlog is something where it has all the action items which need to be done to build the entire product as a whole. So this is basically prioritized by the product owner. So product owner decide on what are on the activity need to go to the product backlog, and he will decide which activity need to be performed as a first. Team is something the group of developers, designers, testers, architect, or anyone who is actually involved in building the product or who will be taking up the backlog from the product and working on that. So we discussed on the sprint planning meeting. So during the sprint planning meeting, product owner, team, and the scrum master comes together and decide what are all the activity they will be doing in the upcoming sprint. The sprint may be 1 to 4 weeks time, and the output of the sprint planning meeting is sprint backlog. Now I think you can able to picturize the terminology which I shared earlier. Coming to the Scrum Master, so we basically orchestrate is the right word I would say, the actions which will be performed for that 1 to 4 weeks of time. So he takes care of whether the resource is completely loaded, is there any obstacle, he facilitate the team to perform the task. So during this during this period of 1 to 4 weeks, the team will work together and then try to finish the work which is assigned for that week. So daily Scrum is a stand-up meeting which will be happen for every day, not more than 15 minutes. It is advisable that senior manager or the project manager not involved in this meeting, but the team just gathers and say, okay, hey guy, this is the work I actually done on the previous day, and this is what I'm planning to do today. So just a very quick plan on what they're planning to do today. So at every sprint end, we will have a portion of work which is called as a finish work, which will be moved to the customer review. We call it as a sprint review, where we will take the customer feedback into picture. So once the customer review meeting and everything is done, so there will be an internal meeting which will be organized, which is called as a sprint retrospective. The sprint retrospective meeting, the team will decide on, okay, this went good and this went wrong, so this is something we need to improve on. Now I think like it's a very quick wrap up on the last slide, so you get to know where exactly those terminologies are put into place. Yep, that's it. Thanks for watching the video. We'll catch you up in the next video. Bye-bye.